keyword research, okay? Or as you can see, I noted ASMR to bore you to sleep. Who knows the importance of keywords? It's important in helping your business be seen, right, on the internet. It makes it easier for your business to be found. Millions of keywords are researched every day. There are tons that have no competition that we have not even thought of that you could almost rank for at the top of Google. The thing with Whatnot is I don't know how much they're implemented in SEO yet, but they will be eventually since they're adding their listings to Google. So I couldn't tell you their status right this second because I don't work for them. But I think that once they are implemented in Google, if your listings are ready to go, you will rank higher. I've heard they're starting to work on it, so this is the time to do it. But another thing that keywords are really important for is social media, okay? Because social media is how you are found. And if you use these same exact keywords that you use for search engine optimization, you will also rank on social media and get more views and discovery. Hashtags are just a lot of social media places have come out and said that hashtags are not as important as just keywords in general and titles and descriptions, but they are still very, if you don't have time to write a whole paragraph talking about what you posted, then yeah, they are still very useful. Just depends on the platform. What kind of platforms do you guys like to use for social media in here? Instagram is what most people use. I have done some research for you guys to kind of kick off this week because I want to see if it will help you guys improve when you post on social media. These keywords are not necessarily maybe for your listings, but you could add these keywords to your shows. So if Whatnot does start adding them to Google, you would start popping up eventually. But I looked up keywords that are associated with Whatnot's platform that do not have a lot of competition. Whatnot in general does not have a lot of competition since they are a newer app. There's so many different ways to use keywords, but what I'm going to do today is start with general keywords that are associated with Whatnot. Beyond that, it's going to be more catered towards what you're selling exactly. So I'm sure there's a mix of everyone in here of what everything we sell. And we can talk about specifics later at the end and use examples if you guys would like. But these general keywords I'm about to show you that I researched and pulled up, they're going to be keywords you could add into your post. So if you're posting, you want to rank for Whatnot keywords because we're looking for a specific type of customer. Use Indie Princess as an example again really fast. If she's posting about crochet, that's great for somebody who is interested in crochet. We also need to combine that with a person who would enjoy live stream shopping. So those are the keywords I'm bringing to you guys today, are ones that are related to Whatnot app itself, and they might bring in the certain customer we're looking for. Just remember when you use these words this week to combine them with something you sell, and we can do specific keyword research later. Let's see what I found. I think I could pull it up. I'm going to move this up here because it's kind of cheesy since it's the beginning of the week, but these were keywords I looked up that have little to no competition or they're very general. So the thing with keywords is when it's more of a general word such as Whatnot, it's going to be harder to rank because obviously Whatnot itself as a platform ranks highest for it, okay? But they're still good to use to help algorithms know what you're talking about. And then as we go down the list, this is organized by highest search volume to lowest. There will be keywords that are searched for less, but are long tail keywords, which means they are more specific and have more words involved, like 3 to 5 words that you could really start ranking for. I would suggest noting a few of these and then just incorporating them into however you can in your sentences, shows, etc. But these are current trending keywords that have not filled up on competition on the internet that might be useful to you this week. And if these help at all this week, let me know and we'll do this again next week. Deal? Yeah, so shopping is right above here. I accidentally cut that off here. Let me see if I can fix it. Words that are obviously harder. If you post the word shopping in your post, I'm sorry, but you're not going to rank at the top of Google for that because it's not a very, specific keyword. But the reason they're good to use still, these generalized keywords, are because they're directing algorithms on what you're talking about. So even though these are just one word keywords, still good to note to try to start making sentences out of them. Your show titles, when you can, descriptions, listings, your social media post, anything like that. Here's one more thing I want to note before we go on this keyword journey list today. There's 2 different types of ways that a lot of resellers and businesses go about posting on social media. One is direct to a consumer or a buyer, okay? The other way a lot of people approach, which is what I did in the past, I'm still kind of in that way, is like showing behind the scenes of how my work goes. You need to decide as a business because both can be successful. But just know if you post Whatnot tips and how to sell on Whatnot tips, you're going to get Whatnot community of resellers, which is awesome still. But if you want that direct to buyer. So for example, like if I use the keyword shopping, that's going to be more of a keyword towards a buyer directly, not a reseller, right? So things like that, just keep in mind when you're deciding which keywords to use. Whatnot spelled wrong. Done this before. On social media, you will be corrected. There's a lot of headache that might come with using misspelled keywords because people might give you crap for it, okay? But they do help with ranking if you use them consistently. A way I sneak in a misspelled keyword is usually with a hashtag because it's not as obvious if it's in your little clump of hashtags. People also spell the word whatnot with 2 words. They like to put a space in between. Whatnot is also still growing, right? So there's other ways to associate people to find our customers and audience that may not be exactly searching for whatnot. So people who already know about whatnot, you're going to want to use those general keywords. They're already searching for it. They want to know more about it. But things like auction and bidding are trending like crazy right now, specifically bidding. And even though it's associated with maybe another website that's about bidding, your stuff is going to get pushed more because the word bidding itself is trending. So I suggest playing around with other types of keywords that relate to whatnot like that, because that would be a way to find brand new customers. When we get into these double words, the search volume on them is a lot less, but they're also more powerful because they're called long tail keywords. They are not used as much, but in return, they're not used a lot for hashtags and people are still searching them and they have little to no competition, okay? So if you're posting on social media, when an algorithm is finding out where to categorize your video, it is looking for words you're saying in your video, words on the screen, words in the title and description of your whole post. So if you're in a video, I would say if you want to download the app, I would throw in phrases like this when you're talking in the video, in your titles and descriptions, in your hashtags. When you're posting on YouTube or any social media with video, the algorithm is reading your video also. So they are listening to your words to categorize your video. So let's say you put whatnot auction in your video. If you say come to my whatnot auction and your title and description also has the phrase whatnot auction, it's 1, 2, and 3. I would suggest trying to put these phrases in the video. And if you're posting pictures, maybe add some text to the photo so it really reads it. Whatnot review. Whether you're catering to teaching other sellers or buyers, you could do a whatnot shopping review and do like an unboxing of one of your purchases, or you could do a whatnot selling review. 2 different ways to go about that. And then online streamer is a selling app, but online streaming in itself is a very popular thing right now, obviously with other apps, specifically on social media. So if you talk about being an online streamer, it's going to make people a little intrigued. So I'd suggest start using that too. So in your video, if you're making a video about how whatnot works, I would start it with, if you've been wondering how does whatnot work, and then put that in your title and description. You guys see what I'm saying now? If you put the phrase in all 3 factors, it's gonna really help you rank. People who are here chatting right now, what do you prefer to appeal to? Buyers in themselves, or do you prefer to appeal to a reselling kind of community when you post on social media? Buyers, that makes sense because that might be the higher sell value or whatever for your items in the long run. Just be really careful with these keywords because they can go either way with who you want to cater to. So if how does whatnot work, you want to cater to more of a buyer, you're going to show them more about the bidding and the scrolling through the app process instead of teaching them, the behind the scenes stuff. So this is where long tail keywords get even more powerful. Searched for less, but more powerful the more phrase words you can put together. Live streaming shopping. This one is really good. Just any way you can put that in a sentence. You guys probably have more creative ideas on how to use that. But remember, say it in your videos, put it on top of a picture with text. A lot of selling keywords. So selling on whatnot, I'm sure you guys know, is very trendy right now. So how to sell on whatnot, selling on whatnot. If you guys want to go the teaching how to sell route, which is also a great way to build a community, just know you're catering to a certain niche there. Whatnot Marketplace, I'm going to tell you guys, I've used that in a lot of my recent videos and it definitely is gaining traction. I'd start talking about the Whatnot Marketplace because it seems to be something on the rise. I'm just telling you guys what Google has about Whatnot. I am not anyway working for Whatnot, just know that. Well, I guess I sell on the app, but that's it. It's just stuff I'm trying to figure out my own from the... Let's see, Wax Cauldron says, do you think buyers like to see their sellers? Or do you think it matters? I only show my products in hands. I think it depends on the buyer. I actually asked something like that in my live once. I said, "Do you guys want to connect with a seller or do you guys just here for the product?" And it honestly was, I think, half and half. I think some people said they're just looking for the deals. They don't care about any of that. They just want product. And the other half said they're here for the social side. I think it just depends on which customer base you're going for. Yeah, it just depends on the buyer. But there are people that are just on here to get product if that's what you want to do at the end of the day. You don't feel comfortable. Thanks for supporting this type of live, guys. It really means a lot. So if you guys enjoy this and it works for you, seriously, let me know. Give me feedback because I like this stuff. We're back at the top. So we got through that list. I have a keywords app where I pull a lot of data from. So if you guys want to see that side of it, I can show you that next week. Every Sunday or Monday, I try to pull the keywords trending for the week from my app and Google Trends mixed together. Go from there. Look for ones with little competition. The keywords seem like they're useless, but they do pay off if you use them consistently. It's a fast app to use for keywords. There's a few of them to use, but I use Keywords Everywhere. It's a Google extension tool, and I pay for like a membership for it. Yes, if you have websites, definitely add them. Post your links everywhere. Social media, if you're asking which social media website is the best, it's going to be literally whichever one you enjoy the most because they're all very effective. My own opinion, if you guys want to hear it, for social media. Long-term success, like links, most strong are YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Short-term, very quick turnaround is going to be TikTok, Instagram. Two I use that are like that. Pinterest is also very long-term, but they're more powerful. TikTok videos will only trend for so long, even if they do get a ton of views. And then you just have to keep creating. Things like YouTube rank high in search for years and years to come. So I would suggest choosing a long-term platform and a short one and just try to post as much as you can on them.